Hey friends, this is a JVC JL-A20. It is an automatic return turntable, belt driven, and I'm gonna start, well, if you look at my previous videos, usually I start out with music, but this time I'm gonna start out with something that is just, it impressed me about this turntable, in that everything that I needed to access, I could do from right here. When it came to doing the maintenance on this thing, I did not have to turn this over and open it up and do anything because I could get to everything I needed to up here. And mainly this is the lubrication point. So all of the points that I usually add lubricant to are in this section here. And on this particular table, you just take the C-clamp C-clip off of here, lift this a little bit, unscrew these three here, and you can pull the spindle out. Now on this particular spindle, it was completely seized when I got it. And usually when I have a seized spindle, I have to take apart the bottom and take apart the assembly that holds the spindle, and then, you know, take it out, or I can get away with just taking out the set screw and from the bottom side, but then I still have to turn the whole unit over and back and forth. But this one, I just unscrewed this, pulled it out after I lifted this a bit and worked it loose, cleaned it out really well, put new lubricant in, put it together, took it apart again, cleaned it out again, and then put new lubricant in after it had a chance to set and dry for 30 minutes or so. Make sure all of the alcohol was out. Then put lubricant throughout. The tone arm worked just fine already, so nothing was needed there. The belt was bad, so replaced it. Speaking of, what's really cool about this, it's made by Victor. The plate, and thought that was quite interesting. JVC had reached out to Victor, or maybe they're one and the same. Maybe they owned each other at that time. I'm not aware of the owning-nesses that happened back then. All right, so we're gonna set this on here. It is a little trickier to get the belt on, so maybe it's not all that friendly, right? All right, get that on there real well. One thing that didn't clean up nice on this one, everything else cleaned up really great. It has some wear marks, but was this little, the spindle, or I'm sorry, the puck. The rest of the puck had a cleaning mechanism attached to it, and it had broken off, so it had damaged. It basically broke the stand for the puck, but if you put a puck on there, it covers it up just fine. It looks beautiful. A couple of wear marks here. So, all right, let's see here. Put a record on and play this thing. It has a absolutely wonderful, let's clip that down, a Shure M91ED, and this thing is, and it's got the original Shure high track stylus on there, and it sounds just wonderful. It sounds just beautiful. It is not the original head shell. I have a Gemini head shell on here. Original one was missing. Uh-oh, the washing machine's running. All right, so we'll crank it up here and give it a listen. All right. Oops, I should have raised the tone arm before putting it down. Okay, well, messed that up. And the tone arm on this thing, it just moves so slow. It's so cool. So here I'm going to turn it, I'm going to lift it. There it goes. I'm going to lower it, and it's going to take it just a little bit to think about it. Now it's going to do it. And it does it ever so nice. Just absolutely perfect. Wonderful. 33, 45. So it does play 45, of course, because, well, the puck kind of gave it away, right? And then it has reject, and that works just fine. And again, it has to think about it, or the mechanism has to move enough for it to react. Let's just put it that way. And then it does have auto return. So let's raise this and let's get her into the center. And let's let her go down. She might have to play a couple of notes. That was perfect. All right, then she'll start to center up. All right, and then I heard it. There it goes. Beautiful, wonderful goodness. So the anti-skate, it seems to be working. They usually are. So it is balanced already. It's ready to go. This thing is just wonderful. The dust cover does have some scarring on it. So you can see where the plate got away. It got away here, and it dinked it up here and here, and then there's some dinks back here, and these are all from the underside. It has some what looks like duct tape residue sitting right here. I wasn't going to push my luck by, you know, taking a razor to it or anything like that. I just basically buffed the cover and said this is good. Usually, you know, you're just pretty lucky to have a dust cover that's not broken. This one is marred up though, so it's still presentable though. It looks really good. And let's see here, is there anything else? I like this player. I like it a lot. It sounds really good. And if you're looking for, you know, one of the things that I absolutely do not like is a completely manual turntable, one that does not have any auto return or stop function. So I've only run into one of those, and it was a Tech, and that dude just annoyed the hell out of me because I bought a new stylus for it, and it sat there and worked its way up onto the paper, and somehow or another the sound just didn't come through, and it ended up just basically sanding the heck out of the stylus, and it ended up being worthless. So I had to buy a new stylus. So ever since then I have, you know, only auto return or auto stop or completely auto, and that's where I stick to. The techniques that's on the last video or the next video, whichever way you're watching these or whichever way they post, is absolutely wonderful. I love those techniques, linear players. Absolutely love them. All right, so love these two. These are great. This is great. This is wonderful. It's a very nice piece. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.